Prince Harry's US visa application has now been handed over to a judge as the Duke of Sussex's drug use has become the subject of the lawsuit against him. Indeed, President Joe Biden's lawyers have reportedly confirmed that they've complied with a court order to move Prince Harry's US visa application on to the next step, with controversy over his immigration status having become quite an intense issue recently. And of course, we even saw Donald Trump come out and say that if he was re-elected president, Harry would not be protected, and that this would mean that Harry might be deported from the United States, as drug use is a very serious factor in determining visa applications, which many believe Harry either lied about, was given a free pass on, or he was at least fast-tracked through and it was kind of swept under the rug until now. Indeed, an organisation called the Heritage Foundation, which is a conservative research and education institution in the United States, launched this lawsuit that involved filing a Freedom of Information Act request for Prince Harry's papers to discover if he lied about his drug use on his application. A court filing, according to Newsweek, read, quote, "Defendant, the US Department of Homeland Security, respectfully informs the court that it has complied with the court's March 7, 2024 order by submitting declarations with attachments for ex parte, in camera, in private review." A previous court filing said that courts consistently hold that a person's visa or immigration status is private personal information exempt from disclosure. Specifically, the records would reveal the types of documents that Prince Harry used to travel to the United States, his admission status, and any immigration or non-immigration benefits that he might have sought. So this whole situation is going to be very revealing for Prince Harry's visa application. The Heritage Foundation have done this because they think that there is a public interest if Harry lied on his application. And one of their previous court filings says, quote, "The case comes about in the main because His Royal Highness voluntarily and for immense profit admitted in writing to the elements of any number of controlled substance violations. Indeed, some say His Royal Highness has approached the point of bragging and encouraging illegal drug use." The Duke of Sussex did so despite the fact that it is widely known that such admissions can have adverse immigration consequences for non-citizens, and despite enjoying preeminent legal advisors on both sides of the Atlantic. Judge Carl Nichols, who is overseeing the battle, is looking privately now at Harry's documents after a ruling in March. His order said, quote, "Having reviewed the parties' written submissions and heard oral argument on the motions, the court concludes that in-camera review is necessary to determine whether the records in dispute came within the scope of the claimed exemptions. It is therefore ordered that on or before March 21st, 2024, the defendant, Prince Harry, shall submit to the court in-camera a declaration or declarations that detail, with particularity, the records it is withholding and the particular harm that would arise from public disclosure of them." So in effect, Prince Harry has to give over his documents and then try to explain why he should not have them declared publicly, and kind of have to give the court an excuse as to what harm this would have on him if these documents were made public. And all of this is coming about because the Heritage Foundation is arguing that the comments made by Harry in his memoir Spare are kind of revealing about his drug use and would be severely impacting his immigration status. Indeed, Prince Harry went into pretty intense detail on taking drugs in his book, writing about taking magic mushrooms and going into the whole situation there, and admitting to using other substances as well, such as cocaine and marijuana. And in another part of the book, Harry says that psychedelics did him some good as well, and he'd experimented with them over the years for fun, but he had also begun to use them therapeutically and medicinally. So these are some pretty serious allegations and a pretty serious situation overall for Prince Harry, because if this goes badly, and of course in Spare he goes into so much detail about taking them, it could indeed impact his immigration status in the United States quite severely if he is found to have lied about that on his visa application. So I thought that was pretty important to cover, and pretty big news that that has been handed over to the judge now. So let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I also have now unlocked memberships on my channel, so if you want to help support me keep on creating these videos, it is just $2.99 a month to become a member, and you get some exclusive perks on there. But yes, do let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. While you're there, make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, but as always, thank you very much for watching.